leading the Oakland Raiders as they match up with Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the Space City of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, I hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Deshaun Watson ready to lead the Texans offense, coming off a great turnaround season in 2018. Remember, 2 years ago, he missed much of his rookie campaign with a knee injury, but he led the Texans to an 11-5 record and an AFC South title last year.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap. Switch.
Faking the give, now Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 79 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That is a quick strike, one play all the way to the house. You know, the pass was fine, but that run after the catch, impressive.
An absolute horrible time. Of course, any time like this is a horrible time for a defensive breakdown. But where's the tackler? Where were the safeties? You don't expect him to catch the ball, and next thing you know, he's running into the goalpost this early in the game. That's not supposed to happen.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Raiders under head coach John Gruden in his second go-round. Leading them out, their 6-year quarterback. Hailing from Fresno State, that's Derek Carr.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. Jones has it. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Throw right side complete to Carter. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Watson underneath for Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Raiders, Dwayne Harris. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This is Jalen Richard, the fourth-year man from Southern Miss. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Fourth and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And now out comes Houston. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
From his goal line here, Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. This is Stills on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Set. 218. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Line up, go. Line up, go.
On second down, Johnson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on third down, Watson dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On 1st down, Richard. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league at various spots before calling it a career.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, check. You ready? Check.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Carr. And it's caught. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Second down and goal. Carr. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller as the 1st half is winding down as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They'll run on first down. Richard. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time pro.
Set. 19. 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Got one. I got one. Down and go.
On second down and 4. Watson. It's complete. Stills. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now. Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Back to the air, Watson on second down. And Stills over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. They come out here in the I. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Here's Hyde, 3rd and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Carr completes it, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Hyde running right. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So Carr and the Raiders now down 14-7, a minute 8 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. On the draw, Richard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. On the ground, Richard. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Carr gives to Richard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. He's back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 39. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a